Welcome to an episode of Sports Talk, and welcome to Super Bowl 59 pick and preview video. That's right, we kind of go over the aspects of the two behemoths that are about to go at it down in New Orleans. See how things kind of stack up, try and compare a few key aspects here and there, and see how, and just kind of provide my 2 cents of who I think would lift the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And let's go quickly that, I predicted Baltimore and Philadelphia. So I got half of it right. That means something, right? 50% is better than 0%. And it's just one of those, I thought because both Baltimore and Philadelphia both picked up key running backs that is going to change the aspect of those offenses. It took Baltimore longer to get going, but Philly seemed to be right away. And then Kansas City is like, it's hard to repeat in the NFL, let alone three-peat, which has not happened in the Super Bowl era. We've had no one three-peat the Super Bowl. We have teams go to multiple Super Bowls and walk away with nothing, a la Buffalo Bills, who went to 4 straight with Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, and walked away with 0 Lombardi trophies. Their best shot was Super Bowl 25, but Scott Norwood missed that field goal. A bad break. And Hostetler became a household name for a while, and the guy starting job with the Raiders. And then the next 3 Super Bowls, he just get blown out by Washington and Dallas. This is like the 4th time that we have a Super Bowl rematch. Buffalo and Dallas. Pittsburgh and Dallas. We had the Patriots and Giants. Now we have the Eagles and Chiefs. And always in those rematches, the team or the quarterback, depending on how you want to look at this, because you can go with the quarterbacks, since you had Staubach and Bradshaw, Aikman and Kelly, Eli and Brady. It was always the one that won the first rematch, won the rematch. So that puts a check in Kansas City's. But you also got to look at Philadelphia. Is right now on turf. They are 5-0. And this turf down in New Orleans is supposed to really accelerate those players and teams built on speed. And Philadelphia has that speed. When you got Saquon Barkley, you know, always been known Saquon. In fact, he leapt over another human being backwards. In the fact that Barkley can set an all-time rushing mark with this game. That the Philadelphia offense doesn't have to rely on Jalen Hurts. But if they go pass-centric, he can do it. He did it 3 years ago when these two teams faced off in 57. Philadelphia was showing to be the better team. Jalen Hurts, if he would have won the game, would have been the MVP. It was how dominant he was able to pick apart the Kansas City defense. But Kansas City just was able to make the plays when they had to make the plays and end up winning in the end. And I have a feeling when these teams are stacked up, you can go back and forth. Let's look at the key defensive players. You have Chris Jones over there for the Chiefs. He's the big behemoth in the middle that's going to be in that backfield trying to disrupt Saquon Barkley, trying to disrupt Jalen Hurts, trying to flush Jalen Hurts out, which is not a good thing to do, mind you, because then he has other receivers he can throw to. and which will make this thing a little bit more difficult for the Chiefs to really defend, because Goddard, who is being a very key aspect for Jalen Hurts in the passing attack. You saw what he done against Washington, where he's just stiff arming guys and just looking backwards, looking to stiff arm someone else. You have Devontae Smith, who's looking to be, rising to the occasion to come up there. A.J. Brown, who, if he puts down his book, could be a very key aspect. That's on the Philadelphia side. In Kansas City, it's Patrick Mahomes. That's one you have to try to stop, and good luck with that. I mean, you have Carter coming in from the middle in the Philadelphia, and he will punch offensive linemen out of the way. He will jump over running backs trying to block him. So Kareem Hunt doesn't do a good job blocking him, he's going to get embarrassed. Or Pacquiao. But Jalen Carter is that big man Philly didn't have last time. To be able to get in there and disrupt Patrick Mahomes' timing. But the thing is, his receivers seem to find ways to make themselves available. And that's one of the things they're going to have to try to pick up and try to really hone in on. And it's going to be difficult for that defense to really get in there, because guess what? Hollywood Brown is back for the Chiefs. Travis Kelce is still the number one target. He thrives in these situations. He's looking for things to make himself up there. Xavier Worthy is just a phenomenal guy that just finds ways to make himself be an impact on this team and find ways to put himself in positions that allows for the team to thrive and utilize them in different ways, either on jet sweeps or just coming out of the backfield altogether. This is just a well-balanced team, and it's hard to really go about that. I mean, you go about the conspiracy theories about the Chiefs and all that, and the reason why you're hearing this now is because the Chiefs are winning. Not that long ago, we heard the exact same thing with Tom Brady and the Patriots. Because a team finds ways to make success, even without a lot of star power, as per experts and fans think they should have, they think the whole system is rigged. The NFL is scripted. It's the WWE on turf. These guys train their entire life to be on the stage. They want to be here. They are looking forward to showing their skill sets and putting everything on the line. Mahomes continues to find ways to just eke out a play, run for a first down if he has to. Just do weird things, throw sidearm to get around a defender, to find a receiver. Kelce seems to find ways during the playoffs that they are just mind synced, where it's like a mirror image. Wherever Mahomes goes, Kelce goes. It is that dynamic that's going to be hard for Philadelphia to stop. But you saw what they did during their run through the playoffs. I mean, yeah, did they struggle against the Rams? Yes, but their defense stepped up when they had to, and they clamped down on the Rams and held them down. And when it came to Washington, there was no contest. And for the Chiefs, they had to battle each team to get in there. And that's been the Chiefs' MO for the entire season, is battle every single game. The Bills could have had the Chiefs, but could not capitalize. Like I said, these two faced off 2 years ago, and the Chiefs came back to win. And I want to go Philadelphia. I want to go Saquon Barkley. I want to go. This is the time for him. This guy is going to lift his profile up. Sirianni and Jalen Hurts have been here before. They've already done the song and dance. They brought in new partners to see if they can change the seat. The Chiefs have new partners in this dance. It is going to be difficult for the Chiefs to three-peat. Like I told you, no one has done that in the modern NFL Super Bowl. You have to go back prior to the merger of the NFL AFL, prior to the creation of the Super Bowl, to have three-peat champions. It is a difficult thing to do, especially in today's league of the parity and how you had the salary caps and all the rules in place to kind of keep in the number of teams even. So it's hard to find ways where you be able to structure the salaries where you get enough players in and the players stepping back in the ego a little back, maybe not getting the top dollar, but still getting a decent amount of change, but still have a chance for glory, chance to put a ring on it. And it's just one of those things that, you have to look at and see who wants it more. Does the Chiefs and Andy Reid want to be part of history, something that's never done before, and etch their own legacy, their own dynasty? We're living the Chiefs dynasty now. There's no question about that. Win or lose, this is still the Chiefs dynasty. Just like we were part of the Patriots dynasty with Brady and Belichick. You saw the rotation of players that went through New England, and they still end up making it back to the Super Bowl. Now, if you look at analytic-wise, they give Philadelphia a 56% chance to win. I get that. On paper, Philadelphia is a better team. They are stacked with young, talented players at almost every position. The offensive line, not quite as good as it has been, like it was a few years back, but it's definitely up there. It's one of the best in the league. And they're able to do those short yardage games to perfection. Dallas Goedert is just a phenomenal tight end that doesn't get mentioned a lot. Like I said, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, two premier receivers that Jalen Hurts can have at it. I mean, he has the tools. Patrick Mahomes doesn't quite have the same level. I mean, you still got Hollywood Brown. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce. So they have three veteran guys in there, one rookie, but still all capable of making that next leap or provide that key reception at the opportune time. And that's why Kansas City is favored by 1.5 on betting odds, with the over-under at 49.5. If this is going to be anything like it was a few years ago, and was 38-35 Kansas City, that's 73 points. I have a feeling it could be like that once again. I do see this to go down to the wire. I do see probably more field goals being added, but I do see Saquon Barkley breaking loose. I have a feeling he will have over 100 yards rushing. But will Philly make it to the end zone more often than Kansas City? That's the question. Do the injuries on the Chiefs' receiving core come a factor in this? Possibly. That hasn't yet. It is a testament to how this team operates. It's a testament how this team performs. They have done it the entire season. Every time I doubted Kansas City, they smacked me for it. Yeah, the two times they lost this season, I'll call them both. Of course, the last loss they had was the final week of the season when they sat everybody, rested them for 2 weeks for the playoffs. I had them losing so many games during the season that it didn't even happen. I even predicted them losing something like 5 or 6 games in the season because I didn't think this team was going to be here again. I think it was going to be good enough just because of who was the quarterback, who was the head coach. But this Super Bowl has got me stressed out to try to figure out who to pick because both these teams have presented themselves. Philadelphia last year collapsed at the end of the season. They were poised to make a run for the Super Bowl, poised to do a rematch with Kansas City in the Super Bowl, and collapsed last year. Now, they're back, and they are poised to do what no team has really done to Kansas City except for Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and beat them. Can Philadelphia's defense get back there and disrupt everything? Yes. Will it be as effective as it was against Washington? No. Will it be effective as it was against the Rams? Maybe. As long as Kansas City's defense can keep this game close, they have a shot. And that's all they need is a shot. Buckner is an excellent kicker on the field. Everything in me wants to go with Philadelphia. I want to pick the Eagles just because of Saquon Barkley. I want him to succeed and finally lift that Lombardi Trophy. But he's probably going to be a long list of individuals that should have won a championship but didn't. If Kansas City can keep this close, I'll give it to the Chiefs. I'll go over 49.5 because I have a feeling it will be like a 31-28, 34-31 type of game. I do think it's going to be a 3-point victory. I'm taking the Chiefs. This is going to be an interesting game. See how this chess match goes. And Andy Reid, I think, is just a better player at chess. if the players make the plays like they're supposed to, I mean, they come up in the big games and they rise to the occasion. That's always the case. That's why I think Kansas City will end up winning in the end just because of that, because of Mahomes and Kelsey alone find ways to set up a game-winning field goal. And Buckner will probably end up kicking the Chiefs into history. Now I'll say 34-31. I know I rambled a bit. I kind of crossed over a few different areas, but it's just the dynamics of this game and the way these teams are going at it. I have a feeling this is going to be a good matchup between these two. Excellent matchup. Regardless of the politics being involved right now with the NFL currently. And people just not want to watch it because they don't want to see the Chiefs win again. I've heard the same thing when the Patriots were winning on the Super Bowls. But your thoughts down below. I know it's going to be very close. I want to go Philadelphia. I do. I think Philadelphia is a better team on paper. I think that overall they're just a better team. But the quarterback and coach advantage that the Chiefs have, I think is going to be the factor on the outcome of this game. And the fact that they've been here before, they know what to do. Philly's been here before, and they played the game. They were doing the dance, but it just ran out towards the end. And it's just going to be just one of these things. It's hard to stop the Chiefs. It's one of those things. If you like what I do, like to support this channel, hit that thumbs up. It really helps me out immensely. Another thing to do is to subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button, click that bell icon, and turn on notifications next time I post any more content on my channel. And I'll see you next time on Chat Sports Talk.